G'day everyone, welcome to another episode of Mr. Code STEAM podcast where we talk about science and technology after school. My name is Gary and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a live review of the latest LEGO Education Spike software, version 2.0.1. We're also going to do a few little tests with our little driving base here as well. So glad you can join me. And if you like the videos, please make sure you subscribe for more, okay? We are coming to you live, so if you have a question, you can type it into the live chat panel, okay? There's a 10-second gap between messages, so if you have a question, just type it in early, and I will try to get back to you as I can during the stream, okay? Like I said, it's a great time to be a LEGO Education enthusiast right now because LEGO Education has released a new version of Spike called Spike Essentials, and that means that the app needed to be updated to cater for Spike Essentials, and Spike Prime is using the very same platform as Spike Essentials. Really great news, and it also kind of signals the end of LEGO v2.0.1, which was a fantastic system. We are a huge fan of LEGO v2.0.1, but it looks like a new generation has arrived and we cannot wait to check it out. So if you have any questions, anything you want us to test, make sure you put it into the chat, okay? We already have a few people talking in the chat, which is great. Be sure to let me know if you have any suggestions, all right? So before we jump into the software, let's go into the browser. We're going to have a quick look at some of these app update notes. Here are the Spike Essential technical specifications. We will look at that in a moment. But what we will start off with is this new version of Spike app 2.0.1. And I think that we haven't really played with Spike and since 1.3.5. So let's have a look at some of these newer updates. So let's go from back to front. Yeah, let's start from version 2.0.0 because version 2 is when Spike has built in this new Spike Essentials compatibility and also a whole bunch of newer blocks for younger kids to learn about coding as well. Super exciting. Cannot wait to show you. So here, this is adding product LEGO Spike Essential for primary school education. Really exciting. So these products for Spike Essential is actually a separate set of products. We don't have Spike Essential with us yet, but if you want to sponsor us with some kits, then absolutely get in touch with us, okay? We've got new icon-based block languages for young learners. So this is similar to v2.0.2 and Scratch Junior. If you're a fan of Scratch Junior, then you are in luck because we got this new icon-based block language, which is different to the word blocks. Word blocks is more like Scratch 3.0, but these icon-based blocks are a lot more easier for younger kids to get into. What else do we have? We got these tilt blocks, bar graph block extensions. Really cool. Bar graph is a big plus because if you are a fan of our channel, you will know that we love to work with data, right? So bar graphs are really cool. We got function, all the function blocks have long clicks, long press menus, and also right click menus. That's interesting. I cannot wait to check that out. Improved overall user experience. UX stands for user experience, which means how easy a app is to use. General bug fixes and an app OS update, hub OS update. We've already done the update, so you won't have to wait for me to run the update. What else is there? In 2.0.1, we have some upgraded tutorial activities. So I'm also going to do some comparison with the old app, see what is actually improved. And then improved connection flow for Spike Essential, that's good. Moved lessons from extra resources to supplementary resources in units. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see what that looks like as well. General bug fixes, hub OS update, and fixes to the gyro sensor. This is interesting because the Spike gyro sensor, although it is a lot more reliable than the EV3 gyro sensor, there are some little bugs that occur every now and again. We're also going to test that out today as well. Okay. Like I said, if you have any questions about these update notes, feel free to write it in the chat. Okay, let's have a look at our Spike Essential Hub. So this is the picture of the Spike Essential Hub. It looks really similar to the Spike Prime Hub. The only difference is that it has 2 ports instead of 6. Okay, 2 ports instead of 6, which means less complexity and also less flexibility with what you can do with them. But what is really cool about this hub is that it still has a 6-axis gyro built in to the hub. So the Spike Essentials kit has 6-axis gyro, and it also has a 1-button interface instead of the 3-button interface that we have with Spike Prime. And everything else looks very, very similar to the Spike Prime hub. Okay. Cool. Really, really cool. Let's get into our software and check it out. All right, so when we start up the new Spike app, we don't have that big introduction screen anymore that says to get started, right? It just says choose your Spike Prime or Spike Essential. And the Spike Essential one looks like there's more system bricks, so it's a little bit easier for younger kids to work with. Let's have a look at Spike Prime first. All right, it still looks very familiar, and it is loading up all my past projects, which is very important. It would be very unfortunate if we weren't able to load up our old apps in the new, our old programs in the new app, but it looks like we're able to run these new apps. What does the Get Started page look like? Okay, so this is different. So in the old Get Started section, it used to be three windows, right? When you had the Get Started before, it used to have the start here where we talk about the hub, and then we have motors and sensors, and then you build Hopper, and then you actually start working on it. But it looks like they have made the Getting Started section a little bit more granular. It's a little bit more detailed. So you look at the hub first, then a motor, and then a color sensor, and then a distance sensor, and then a force sensor. So a lot more precision in Getting Started. I kind of like this more than the sort of general Getting Started that we had in Spike Prime before. But some people might find it that this is a little bit too long. I kind of like it because it gives you more lessons to work on the start of the app. So really, really cool. And then of course you do have the gyro sensor, which I don't think we did much on the gyro sensor in the start of the old app. But that's looking kind of cool. All right, what about the projects? Because they did mention that there were some updates to the tutorial. So let's try life hacks. Life hacks breakdance. So I'm just going to load life hacks breakdance in my other computer as well and see if there is any other differences. I know you can't see my other computer because I don't have it hooked up, but I'll tell you if I see anything that I notice really different. They both have these videos, and then they both go to the build section. Let's have a look at this. Yep, they both have the build section. Okay. And then what else after that? Okay, they both go straight to the, well, it looks like this this breakdance unit is almost identical to what it used to be before. So I don't think the tutorial updates are completely changing all the tutorials. I think they're only picking and choosing some of them. which is fair, which is fair. All right. Let's have a look at starting a project and connecting our robot up. Let's go new project. Okay, this is cool. So we have now icon blocks as well. Let's check out the icon blocks. Okay, so icon blocks, like I said, looks really familiar if you know Scratch Junior. I'll see if I can actually connect Spike Prime and do icon block coding with Spike Prime. I know it's definitely made for Spike Essential, but it'll be really cool if we can do icon-based coding for Spike Prime as well, because sometimes you might have really advanced students who are really good at building but not really good at coding, right? So, oh, good. Yeah, it's connected. It's connected up. Let's see if I can run something really simple. Oh no, hold on. We got motor C here. So can I run a motor for a couple of seconds? Is that what I... Hold on, how do I set motor C here? I just say motor 1. Huh. Can I not just choose motor C? Interesting. Why is no... All right, let's have a little have a look, see if this works. Oh, good. So the motors work, but I don't think that it is letting me choose a motor, unless I'm mistaken. Okay, interesting. I'll show you the up close view of my table as well. All right. So here we have the robot, and then when I run the icon blocks, it's not letting me choose to move just one motor, which is interesting. What if I make it 2 rotations? Okay, so that makes it move 2 rotations, but it's not letting me choose a motor. There must be a special way to choose a motor with icons. Maybe it is not designed to run multiple motors on the icon blocks, which would be very interesting. What about, let's have a look over here. No. I'm definitely not missing any blocks. So these icon-based coding blocks looks like they are definitely made for the younger kids who are building very simple robots with one motor, rather than, ooh, there we go, rather than building a robot that has multiple motors like this one over here, which is fair. But you can see here that there's much less blocks to work with. There are some like sounds, and there's still a forever loop and also a limited loop over here. There's still a wait block, but overall it doesn't replace all of the word blocks in Spike Prime. Cool, fair enough. See if there are any updates to the word blocks. Let's do a word blocks test. So here, because normally this is what I was trying to do, right? Because you can actually choose your motor in Spike Prime in the word blocks, but it doesn't look like you can do it in the in the icon blocks, which is fair enough. It just means that if you needed to do some complicated coding, you will definitely need to at least have something like a Year 2 level of reading in order to sort of get to this level of code. Okay, something that I really wanted to check is the gyro, because if you remember in an earlier episode when I was doing a balancing robot, we've discovered a gyro balancing bug where there's a 10-degree offset on the vertical like this. So on the pitch angle, you can see, looking over here at pitch, goes from 77, 68, okay, so it goes all the way up to 80, and then 81, 82, 83, and then it goes to, oh, you see that? So we go from over here, so this is 0, and then we go all the way up to 79, 80, and then we go 79 again. So it misses out 20 degrees on top of on the top, and it doesn't say if it's negative or positive, right? So they still have this bug happening. If you wanted to make a balancing robot balancing lengthwise like this, it's not going to be able to do it because there still seems to be a bug with the pitch angle. Oh, hold on, it just went to 90. What happened? 83. Is it because I'm moving too quickly? No, it can't be. Goes to 80, but it never gets to 90. 81, 82, and then it goes back down the other way. Super weird. So Lego Education, if you're watching this, this seems to be still a bug that needs to be fixed. It went to 90, but it looks like it only works if my yaw value is also similar. Okay, so there is a snap between 80 and 90. There's no like granularity in that in the reading there. So still some bugs to be ironed out, it looks like, for Lego Education, but still good, still good. What else do we have that is new here? These music blocks. I think this is new as well in one of the recent updates. You can add some music. Does the music come out of the computer or does it come out of the robot though? Let's have a listen. Well, it's definitely not coming out of the robot. So it looks like maybe the music is just coming out of the computer, right? Let's double check this. I think this needs to be very clear. Let's do a wait block before and afterwards, and then the volume is up on my computer. Let's see if that works. Oh, drum's not working. It's a bit strange. What about triangle? Must be some kind of bug, right? 'Cause it's not coming. No sounds coming out of my robot. Interesting. Well, that looks like there's still some issues that need to be ironed out. But let's have a look at the other section now, the Spike Essentials section of the app. So here we close out of everything. You can change it to Spike Essentials from the top right drop down over here. So when you start a Spike, okay, so you can code in word blocks in Spike Essentials as well. Okay, cool. So you're not stuck with icon blocks. That's cool. That's cool. Spike Essentials test. So when you load up a Spike Essential, it's still seems to be connected with my robot, even though mine's a Spike Prime robot. Looks like Spike Essentials and Spike Prime are completely intercompatible with each other. So let's see, if I run a Spike Essentials bit of code on my robot, is that going to run my robot? Oh, cool. Someone just said, Sergi just said, music block were previously available in additional blocks and were working. Oh, thank you very much for that, Sergi. So it looks like the music blocks were moved from the extension blocks into the main blocks, right? Correct? Okay, that makes sense. It just seems to be not working on my particular Spike Prime hub at the moment. Could be because I'm doing something wrong, but if you spot something that I'm doing wrong, definitely let me know. Definitely let me know. See if there's anything I could be doing here to make it. So what did we show just then? We just showed that you can run Spike Essentials with the Spike Prime hub connected and run the motor, which is cool. Is there a sound here that I can try? Okay, that's cool. So the sound is coming out of the computer for this this cat sound. Okay, I'll run it one more time so that everyone can see on my table. So it seems to be running the sound through the computer. I'm not sure if that's what the Spike Prime app is supposed to do as well. Let's have a run. Cool. So you probably heard that meow really, really lightly because it's coming out of the computer, not through the stream. I mean into the microphone. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can do one more test of the word blocks to get the sound working for this triangle. Which is very frustrating. Whoops. Alright, let's try it again. Play drum. Is there maybe another music block that I can use? Play drum, snare, play note. I remember playing notes work. They used to work. No. No. Just silence. So, something may be up with the hub firmware. Maybe if you're Lego Education, you can check it out for us. Okay. All right. So that's it for us today, just to have a quick look through the new updates for Spike app. If you like this video, make sure that you follow us and subscribe for more. Okay. Next week, we're going to do some more STEAM activities. And thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again later. Bye.